Gemini, what up, though? Family, welcome to Swimming Through the Void. This will be a general message today for the sign of Gemini, wherever that resonates at for you in your birth chart. Keep in mind, we all have a third house, part of our birth chart. And time and energy are fluid, so take what resonates here today, leave the rest for someone else. And these readings are timeless as well, so whenever you stumble across this message, there will be something here for you to help bring you clarity and confirmation, to help empower you, to help you align. Tapping in to the Gemini energy today, I use this Faceted Garden Oracle deck along with this Keepers of the Light Oracle deck. Grabbed a few cards from each just to catch the vibe and see what Spirit's trying to say. And collectively speaking, we are at a huge pivot point right now. It's not looking any different for you here, Gemini. It looks like the message that I got, well, first, we'll run through these and then we'll break it down. Bottom of the deck, though, we're working with the sun. We have the sun coming through for you right off rip here, Gemini. So this does feel like it's going to be a good one today. What I see here, entropy, right? Death, rebirth, shedding of an old skin. We have the cave. We have spring coming through next. Then we have seeds. And then we have gemstones for my Geminis. And as soon as this card flipped out, Spirit said, okay, we're done. I set the cards on, I saw the sun, and I took this in, and Gemini Spirit's like, this is the new life crystallizing here. This is the crystallization of your new world, right? We've had major endings, metamorphosis, deep transformation. It looks like Gemini had to kind of pull off and go into this cave energy, go into this darkness, right? Pull off into your own energy for a bit to work through some stuff, to shed this old skin is kind of how I see it playing out. It's like pull off into the cave, start shedding that old skin, and now we're stepping into spring, and it looks like not only is this new world crystallizing, you're stepping through this portal into this new world, but it's also for some a very potent time to plant seeds, right? Especially as we're in this transition phase. So planting seeds, stepping into this spring energy, stepping into this sunshine. For some of you, maybe even working with gemstones or crystals at this time may help you to hold the vision, to hold the focus, to bring these energies into crystallization. But what I really see this gemstones card as in this energy here for you, Gemini, it's you, right? You've been formed, you've been shaped, you've been molded. Now it's like you're stepping through this portal and shining your light, standing in your authenticity, letting your divine multifaceted nature be seen, letting your vibration be felt. It looks like Gemini stepping out of this cave into a space of shining your light, right? Of you becoming the sunshine, especially because the bottom of this Keepers of the Light, we have Mary Magdalene. It says the teacher awakens. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call and do not let anything stop you. This has been a major message for the collective as we kind of leave this karmic timeline behind and align with this dharmic timeline. So we have Bridget, inner strength coming through. Move back to wholeness, recognize that you have the power. This came through right under that cave and the entropy, so I see this as already kind of having played out. It's like I feel like most of the Gemini collective is kind of coming out of this, just based on this depiction and the energy that we've been experiencing over the past few months, right? So this speaks to the strength, right? The inner strength that it's taken to get to where you're at right now, Gemini. We have Mercury with open communication. Get a weight off your chest, speak up with love and be heard. So there we have that energy of like sharing something or speaking up again. And then we have Odin with psychic insight. And this card says, your third eye is wide open. see the truth for what it is, and follow your intuition. So Mercury coming out with this psychic energy, this Odin energy, though, also seems to be a lot of communication coming through for you, Gemini, from the divine at this time as well. This feels like alignment with Dharma, though, to say the least. Alignment with this new chapter. So I'm going to pray real quick. Excited to see what's going to come through for you today, Gemini. Yeah, let's do it. Devil on the bottom. Holy, divine, Mother and Father. Holy Spirit, Spirit guides, guardian angels, archangels, ancestors, messages for Gemini today for their highest good. Anything my gems need to hear or know, any messages that'll bring them clarity and confirmation, any messages that will empower Gemini, any messages that will bring healing, wisdom, understanding, any messages that will help Gemini align with their highest selves, their highest timelines, their best lives, of course, above all. Any messages that will help my gems align with the highest divine will be greatly appreciated. All praise and glory forever and ever. Holy Spirit, what's the theme of Gem's message today? Moon. Moon. Moon, 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 moon. So this is the double major deck. There's kind of like double cards of the majors with different little interpretations. Heavy moon energy out here. So we're looking at Piscean energy. It looks like not only is the moon about phases and cycles, but it's also our subconscious. It's also, represents darkness. So it feels kind of like with the Knight of Wands coming through with these two moons sandwiched in here by the moons. Obviously the eclipse, very important and being highlighted here, but we also have this Knight of Wands, which if you see all of these salamanders on the tunic of the knight, this represents protection from the fire, protection from getting burned, right? I kind of see this as your angels, your guides, surrounding you, having your back at this time and letting you know that you are protected and guided through any action or decision you make at this time. It feels like you're moving out of the darkness into the light. Wow, death on the bottom of the tarot as well. Big energies coming through, Gemini. Let's see what's up. What's the energy at the heart of the reading for Gemini? What's Gemini's energy, please, Spirit? This Knight of Wands energy can be a little bit chaotic as well, which doesn't surprise me given the nature of the transits and the fact that we're in the midst of eclipse season, just stepped into Aries season. Happy equinox, happy new year. Magician, Knight of Pence to the Ace of Cups. Again, this is your new life crystallizing at this time. This is you putting one foot in front of the other, Gemini, and making it happen, right? With the Ace of Wands. Wow, you guys, this energy is very powerful and very much feeling like almost like this wave of good energy. This wave of positive energy is headed your way, or that's what you're headed toward aligning with. Magician and the Ace of Cups, a lot of ones out here letting us know there's definitely a new beginning, and then that Death card wanting to be seen again with the Temperance. So it does seem like you're in between worlds, spirits calling for patience and strength at this time as you are, experiencing a lot of energies playing out right now. Ultimately, though, it feels like you're very connected to the divine, right? You're getting your guidance. You're seeing the signs. With the Magician coming through at the heart of your energy, Gemini, this is your card. So it is about taking your power back, standing in your power. But it's also a message from the divine saying that you have everything that you need at your disposal at this time to create, right? With the Knight of Pentacles, it's a slower moving energy, but it's because the Knight of Pentacles steps are sure, right? He's going towards something that is sure. So there's an opportunity here for sure. There's a portal that Gemini is stepping through that has the potential to bring in a lot of fulfillment, a lot of happiness. And you guys, this is the time of dreams. We've been getting this Knight of Cups, Page of Cups energy coming through heavy in the collective messages lately. And the way I see this is like, this depiction is perfect because he's actually in the astral visualizing, right, his dream partner or whatever this impossible thing is, right? Because there's literally a pig flying. Spirits are literally coming through like you're leaving an old dimension, an old paradigm behind, and the possibilities as we step through this portal are literally limitless. The collective has been being reminded to dream past your perceived limitations and break through those borders at this time, to not let anything hold you back or stop you, whether it's something perceived internally or external circumstances, situations, relationships, right? Very powerful time. So let's look at what energies are crossing you, Gemini. We'll see what the challenge is. Although with the moon out here this heavy, things can be, it's like we can't see where we're going. We can't see in front of us. In some cases, this can be even illusion or delusion, right? So kind of a slower energy with this Knight of Pentacles makes sense. It's like, yo, these energies, these eclipses, everything's kind of moving fast. Everything's very intense. Everything's happening. So slow it down, root down, take care of yourself. And ultimately, again, trust your intuition. Gemini, your crown chakra is wide open. Maybe some of you are even getting messages in your dreams, or you're getting literal visions or clairaudient, clear cognizant knowings, downloads at this time. What's the challenge for Gemini right now? With all of this mercurial energy, Mercury ruling Gemini, Virgo as well, and we being in the midst of a Mercury retrograde as well, that's kind of the message too, right? Where we can use our vibration, our words, our thoughts for our benefit, right? To help construct, create the reality that we would like to be in. So what's the challenge here for Gemini? Yeah, Gemini, some of the Gemini collective is like really going through some chaos, really stressing. Maybe some of y'all working through some heavier emotions, feelings as well about this past, about this betrayal, about, wow, 5, 5, 5. You got 5 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands. Maybe some of you have been seeing 5, 5, 5. What I do not like is to see Gemini out here stressing like this with this 9 of Swords, right? This could even be losing sleep, sleepless nights, losing weight. This could, you know, with these 5s, it's like we're stressing this change, this shift. 5, 5, 5 energy to me personally carries the energy of the Tower. It's a very Martian energy. It can be scary, but that's only because, you know, we're not wanting to leave our comfort zone to some degree, right? So 5, 5, 5 comes around to bring us into alignment, to clear that tower so something can be constructed that's of use, right, at where we're going. 2 of Pence on the bottom, Spirit's really saying to find that balance, to root down positivity at this time as well, right? With the Magician, if we're in the midst of this chaos and we're just letting it sweep, we're just letting that chaotic energy sweep us away and pull us under, that can end up bad. So there seems to be this message of, hey, continue, stay rooted, stay centered, stay grounded, spend some time out in nature. What is this, Spirit? There's a lot of 7 of Wands though coming through. It's like Spirit saying, through this change, Wheel of Fortune, you have the upper ground, Gemini. 7 of Wands. It's like if you see all of these wands prodding, poking up at this being in the card, first of all, they're all coming from down, lower, right? So it's like Gemini has the upper ground here. This is about holding your ground. This is Mars and Leo energy, standing up for what you believe in. Gemini, drawing that line in the sand, speaking up, using your chest, speaking your truth, aligning with your truth unapologetically, sharing your story or whatever it may be. Spirit saying you got it. This is about Gemini standing in their power. Look at that solar plexus lit up. Maybe some of you doing solar plexus work, meditations, clearings, frequencies, things like that. If you feel called, there's a lot of sun, solar, yellow energy out here. So again, this underlying feeling of standing in our power or taking it back, or just empowering ourselves, making decisions and taking actions that empower us. Right? With all of this stress or this ending, this betrayal, this chaos, whatever this is and however it's playing out for you, I just want you to check this out, Gemini, where you see she's kind of down and out, right? This is the 5 of Pentacles. Right on the other side of that door is the 10 of Pentacles, and she's bummed because the door is shut and it's locked, right? So just symbolically speaking, it's like we think we can't reach that destination. We think we will never be able to build that, or we think we're not worth a relationship like that, or something like that. A lot of these energies that are playing out collectively right now are truly about collective realizing experientially our worth, right? And kind of taking that back, breaking free from the programming, the conditioning that had us believing or thinking otherwise, right? So why I brought this up is because if you see in the card, the key to the door is actually leaning up against the door. And so there's a message here, like if she was to just shift her focus, to just pull herself up and shift directions, she would be like, oh, yo, there's the key, like, and then bust through that door, right? So that's kind of where I feel you're at. This is the portal. This is Gemini Collective taking that key, realizing it, and going for it in whatever capacity that is. This is a huge shift. Jupiter comes and expands us, but also, with that said, this Jupiter energy can make things feel a lot larger, a lot bigger than they are as well. So again, just this energy of staying grounded, connected with the breath, centered. What's incoming for Gemini, please, Spirit? What's incoming? Incoming for Gemini. Yeah, so feels like once and for all, Gemini, you're doing it. Judgment is the one that just flew out as I said that. You realize something's over, something's done. You realize you reached the end. You realize something's not serving. You realize there's no more here, right? And take that how it resonates. Don't try to make it fit. But what I see here is a major release, right? It's like anything causing you imbalance, again, whether it's internally or externally, whether it's family members, lovers, exes, friends, family members, cousins, brothers, sisters, children. It's like whatever is causing imbalance, you're stepping back for a bit, Gemini, right? You're distancing yourself. 8 of Cups, you're leaving behind these things that are not serving you or your highest path anymore, right? I see you as the King of Cups in this incoming energy, and this is literally the energy of, just picture being in the midst of a gnarly storm at sea, right? But this is the energy we embody and we hold. This is the frequency we hold through that, right? So there's something here about not only like emotional maturity, but also just really keeping your emotions at bay. I'm seeing breathwork, yoga, things like that to keep yourself centered and good, clear, right? Because I do feel like you're releasing something big with the Queen of Swords. This is probably not an easy move or an easy decision or an easy realization or an easy truth to face, pill to swallow, but you're doing it, right? With the Queen of Swords, she's going to emotionally disconnect. She's not going to be making decisions from a place of fear, from a place of lack, from a place of insecurity, right? It's like, this is what it is, and that's that, and here is my sword of truth, period, right? So it feels like, Gemini, again, you're really stepping into your power, and you're saying like, okay, no more, or this is what it is, or this is what I'm doing, and you're taking the wisdom that you've gained on your trip up the mountain, Gemini, and you're letting that shine forth. So not only is your own path illuminated moving forward, but a lot of my Geminis are truly becoming beacons of light for others. So whether you're sharing your artwork, your story, your podcast, your channel, your platform, your music, whatever it may be, your books, I feel like, Gemini, you're stepping into a new era of shining your light. So shine it bright, family. Shine it bright. Shine it unapologetically. Let's grab some 2 majors in this incoming energy, right? Some of y'all seeing 555. Some of y'all definitely seeing 1111. Here comes the sun. What's the advice for Gem? Connecting with Archangel Michael. Some of y'all have been connecting with Archangel Michael, or working with maybe fire, maybe sitting around a campfire, or a fire cleanse, an aura cleanse. What's the advice for Gemini? Wouldn't be right without the last 5 out here, right? Advice for Gemini. 6 of Wands, Chariot, double victory. We got victory, victory, victory. We have an overcoming. We have a win. We have divine alignment with divine will here. Your advice, first card to come through, 5 of Cups, right? So it's like, your advice is not to dwell on the spilling cups. There's a full cup right here, and it came out. This Ace of Cups is here. This opportunity is here. There's a lot of potential for fulfillment. There's a lot of potential for co-creation, for abundance, for passion, for all of the things, right? Your advice, 5 of Cups, just like that 5 of Pence, just like that, you know, these 5s, it's shift focus. You are being guided and protected in this new direction, and this is about you taking action toward what makes your heart sing, toward what spirit is downloading you with right now, whether it is a vision, an action, whatever, right? This is about you going for it and standing tall, victorious on the other side of this. Some of you are definitely gaining recognition, fame, in some attention. Where attention goes, energy flows. Yeah, this is all about intuitive action here. High Priestess out here with the Queen of Cups. It's like, this is you working in tandem with the divine, co-creating and moving that way from that space. Releasing, working through, letting go of that pain, that past, to the Fool, and stepping into a clean slate. So much clearing has happened, so much transformation. Gemini, you've changed so much. You moving different now. Things are different. So hold that vision. Hold that vision. Let's grab some oracle cards for Gemini. Where are we at on time? What's the message for Gemini, please, Spirit? High Priestess, Queen of Cups, Page of Wands. A lot of spiritual growth here as well. Also, I see some of my Geminis starting to work with new guides, new energies, new angels, right? New spirit guides. Again, Archangel Michael's energy is coming through. First breath, beginner's mind, Garden of Venus, rest and renewal. 21. I swear, It feels like everybody's been getting this energy. A fresh start, renewed curiosity, natural trust, and beginner's mind. What does this say to you, Gemini? Feel free to drop it down in the comments. Take this energy in. What downloads do you get? What feelings? What visions? Psychically, emotionally? What does this card say to you? When the first breath card shows up for you, it's time to leave the old stories and tales behind. You have arrived. Take a deep breath and another. There's nothing else you need to do but take in this new world that's revealing itself around you. Trust your natural curiosity. There is no need to dwell on how difficult the journey has been or how tight the passage to get to where you are now. Just take it all in and experience the awe and wonder of your arrival at this destination. Even if it's a familiar place you've come to many times before, try to experience it as if it's for the first time, for you are renewed, and the old you is no longer your concern. Practice the beginner's mind, not labeling or naming what you see and experience. That situation that was just so difficult only a few days ago, just be with it and breathe. You've already gone beyond it, have overcome and resolved it, even if no one else realizes this yet. Soon enough they will, as you move on. Do not squander the power of the first breath, giving the old narrative mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Use it for new beginnings, to animate a world you can play and create in. Do not underestimate the power of your breath and the magic of your word. Perfect confirmation for these energies coming through. Do not underestimate the power of your breath and your word. Self-care and self-love as well at this time. That's really, really what the message has been for the collective. All right, so let's grab one of these white light oracle cards, and then we'll grab a moonology card and a card from Mom before we wrap up. What's the message, Spirit, for Gemini? What's the message for Gemini? 639 hertz. 639 hertz. Some of y'all really diving into your sadhana, your devotional practice, your yoga, your bhakti, your tantra. We're going to read this Theta of Venus. So this transmutation of energy, this alchemy of energy, I feel like is opening your heart space or activating your heart chakra for some of you. So there's this Kundalini awakening / rising energy coming through as well. This heart chakra clearing, awakening, healing, alchemy energy coming through as well. With the South Node in Libra, that's, a lot of relationship energies playing out at this time. A lot of lessons being learned and integrated. Okay. That's what we're going to do. 25. Theta of Venus. Says, attune yourself to higher consciousness by choosing to access the purest frequencies of love within. Acknowledge lower frequencies such as judgment, fear, doubt, or shame when they arise within or around you, but do not give them a foothold in your heart. You're ready for higher understanding, to see things in a new, more positive light. Allow your inner knowing to guide you on a unique, beautiful, and highly spiritual life path. Theta of Venus. Venus is our morning and evening star, the stellar goddess and guardian of transitional awareness and higher consciousness of the heart. She's the way shower of light and the fifth dimensional reality, also known as unity consciousness. Her spiritual guardianship of humanity will be complete when our mass consciousness is based on love, light, and divine feminine wisdom. When you connect with Venusian energy, it's an opportunity for increased love, magnetism, and spiritual charisma. a chance to shine your light and manifest your soul purpose with increased grace, synchronicity, and sacred artistry. Her appearance in a reading signifies a time of creative and spiritual awakening. It's a reminder of the power of the heart and our ability to rise again after a time of karmic heaviness. There's that cave, right? The souls of Venus, her sons and daughters upon this earth, are not spiritually bound by the mass consciousness of the human collective. They naturally vibrate at a more loving frequency. They can be genuinely astonished by the cruelty, meanness, and displays of dominance that typify the dark side of human nature. Yet they've chosen to temporarily incarnate and bind their souls temporarily to the laws of nature. As they grow alongside their beloved earthly brothers and sisters, they share the higher resonance of their heart light, opening up the way for human evolution. The spiritual sons and daughters of Venus belong here, yet at an inner level they know they're not from here. This oracle reminds you that you're not bound by the ways of this world, and that part of your higher purpose is to help heal, soften, and awaken humanity. Even if you find it hard to feel at home on Earth, perhaps sensing that you're from the stars, Venus, or otherwise, know that you're meant to be here and that you belong in a very special way. There is a home here for you with the Earth Mother. You are loved and needed and will attract whatever support you require to fulfill your destiny. Venus souls have a particular talent for creating beauty, working with light and spiritual energy, and calling to them whatever they want and need. You have your own healing journey, and part of that journey is your spiritual training in the ways of the earth at this time. This will teach you what is needed to heal yourself and others. You do not need to be afraid of the ways of the world. You're part of a spiritual team that is here to help transform mass consciousness. Theta is the narrow range between 7 and 8 hertz, which we access during deeper meditations and light sleep, including the dream state. The brain enters this state during the quote-unquote in-between times, such as when we're falling asleep or waking up from deep sleep. These are moments in which our capacity to create our consciousness is heightened. At these times, we become aware of deep-seated programming and are able to heal by reframing it. During this state, you're conscious, yet your body's deeply relaxed. You see everyday realities through the inner spiritual eye and come to understand yourself and your life with spiritual insight. Put simply, you may see things differently when you're in the theta state, and your life may make much more sense to you. In a reading, the appearance of this oracle is a special reassurance from Spirit that everything is unfolding within the protective grace of divine love, even if sometimes it appears not to be so. It also indicates that you have the power to heal yourself and change your life for the better. So these cards come with little healing processes. So I'm going to run through this really quick for anybody that feels guided to connect with this. It says, find a place where you can relax, such as your bed or lounge, without being disturbed or distracted. Place a hand on your heart and say the following prayer. I call upon the spiritual guidance which loves me unconditionally, and the higher guiding angels of Venus and Theta, that I may experience through grace, mercy, and compassion that which is most beneficial to my well-being for the greatest spiritual good of all sentient beings. It's now time to go through the relaxation process. You can do this in whatever way works for you, but you may like to use a visualization and your breath to imagine you're softly and gently letting your mind settle into your body and your body settle into the earth. As you relax, feel increasingly still and rest your awareness in the present moment. Let your awareness continue to settle and rest deeper within, rather than focusing on what is happening around you. You may be aware of the sounds, for example, but as you turn your awareness within, they start to have less of an effect on you. You're neither fully alert nor fully asleep. You can be aware of the world around you, yet focused on nothing in particular. Impressions will come and go. Rest. Drift, and be in this in-between state of being for as long as you'd like. When you've had enough of this experience, ground yourself with some physical movements. You may not realize how far you've drifted out of everyday awareness until you begin to return to it. Take your time to ground yourself fully, and then you've completed this healing process. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We're going to read this quick not this whole card, but the little pregame message or whatever. Because I'm being guided too. So this is the Tantra of 639. It says, be open to that which seems unfamiliar or different. You'll experience a breakthrough as you embrace an unusual approach. You're on a soul path of accelerated spiritual growth, which is swifter but not always easier. You do not have to contrive your own happiness, but you can dip into the bliss within your body to lighten your mental state and remind yourself that everything is working out beautifully. So another message of really tapping into the moment, tapping out of the busy mind and external world, and just tapping into the body, the breath, the moment. So yeah, let's grab one of these Moonology cards, and then we will grab a message from the Divine Mother as well before we close. It's a time for healing. A new romantic cycle begins. And for a lot of the collective, this that is closing, that is being released and healed at this time, is a soul dynamic that has to do with relationships. And so as we clear this, as we integrate, as we move on, as we ascend, the dynamics that play out in our relationships start to shift as well as the frequency shifts. So that's kind of the message that's been coming through collectively, is that, you know, you're moving into a world that you haven't experienced yet, relationship dynamics and situations that you're going to be new to. So again, don't bring that old story with you into this new story unless we want to recreate that old story, right? So there's that as well. Message for Gem. Your hard work is paying off. Expect powerful change, new moon eclipse, and then we have meditate and contemplate. Under hard work is paying off, step out of your comfort zone, North Node. Step out of that comfort zone. Your hard work's paying off. Divine Mother, what is the message for Gemini? It's the message for Gemini. Yeah, that moon coming through twice as well. It says, face your fears, for it is the right time and you are ready to overcome them. You will be given the power to fulfill your heart's desires, so embrace your path with confidence. Healing around belonging and abundance is taking place within your soul. You are spiritually protected from toxic energies, so recognize your inner divine badass and commit to your dreams with conviction. This Kali Kalmasa Nasini card came out as well. It says, it's time to free yourself from what has been. Learn from it, but do not allow it to define you or direct the course of your life. Give up your stories about the past. You've outgrown them. Kali consumes mistakes, sins, and negativities. So let her free you now so you can be open to the gift of your life unfolding. Gemini, gang, what a beautiful message. What a big message here. So much potential, family. Do not let anything stop how big you dream at this time. I hope this message helped, Gemini. I hope there was something in here of value that you're able to take with you. And if anything, I hope it was at least entertaining. I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for being in this space with us, for showing up, showing out, showing love like y'all do, Gemini. You are appreciated. I hope this eclipse season is treating you well. Before we tap out fully, we are going to take a second to take a deep cleansing breath. We're going to use our will, our imagination, our visualization to draw this divine cosmic energy, this prana from the air, fill our bodies up, fill our aura up. We're going to take the biggest, deepest breath in we can. Then we're going to pause and hold the breath at the top and imagine ourselves glowing as bright as we can. Then as we release, we're going to exhale very forcefully, watching any negativity, any doubt, any anxiety, any pain, any anger, any resentment, any blockages or lower frequencies, period. We're going to picture any of that in the form of black or gray, smoke or static, leaving us so the divine can help us transmute that. All right. So first things first, Gemini, we're going to take a deep, full breath out, empty your lungs completely, and then we will get this breath in and go about our day. Go ahead and breathe out. All the way out, empty, empty, empty. Now breathe in. Hold it, squeeze, mulabandha, lift up on your perineum, raise that energy up your spine. Now pull it down, lock it into your heart space. Watch yourself glowing bright as you can. And release. Gemini. Hope this message found everybody well, blessed, and in great spirits. I hope to see y'all on the next reading. And again, thank you for being here. Be blessed, y'all.